Welcome, everyone. We're here for the Hub City Halloween Open presented by the Great Courses of South Carolina alongside the Hub City Disc Golf Club. We're in Inman, South Carolina, playing the Holston Blue layout for all 3 rounds. We'd like to thank the TDs, Daniel Camp and Jonathan Smith, as well as Vern Weygandt, who did our film coverage. Have on commentary me, Leah, Tsinajinnie, and Chandler Reigh, aka Chowder or Trouty. On the card today, we have Rebecca Cox, Kona Montgomery, Ava Lutsenko, and me, Leah Tsinajinnie, in my Halloween costume. It was Halloween weekend. Starting on hole 1, we are in a par 5. It's 722 feet. We start out with a left turning shot. That's about a 270 or plus landing zone. And then we go into this straight tunnel shot. If you get about another 280 to 300, that leaves you with a really short approach around here. About 200 to 250 left, depending on where you land. And that would get you your birdie 4. Let's start off. That was Rebecca Cox laying one down right in the middle of the fairway.
I like the over-the-top play by Kona. Kind of takes that tree out of the equation. That lands in a really good spot, too.
And here we have our local hero. This is Ava. She is a young gun. She's only 12 years old. So we are super happy to see coverage of her in her hometown.
I believe this was her first time covered.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I've literally never seen that happen.
She got through that
Leah.
cedar tree. I've never seen it. I'm throwing a lefty forehand.
Ooh, the smooth lefty forehand.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Rebecca's up first from her drive that was a little low. Nice.
It's a fine spot.
We couldn't have asked for better conditions this day. It was very minimal winds and the temperature was awesome. Probably about like 65 maybe. It was perfect weather as far as I was concerned.
It was a great forehand.
Yes, that was definitely the furthest second shot up the fairway. You can see me and Ava have similar lies.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. So clean. It went way past the basket.
That's exciting to see that this early.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I turned that one a little bit too much, so I ended up in the rough, and it was not a good spot over there.
It was a little bit of an odd stance, but worked out pretty good for her.
Yeah, she should have a look from circle 2 there.
And it's a little bit short, but that'll putt. Oh, Leah from the rough.
I'm just
Oh,
in
boy.
it. I'm in it.
In it, and that was unfortunate.
Yep. If I hadn't hit that tree, I think I would have had a C1 look. Instead, I have this long C2 look.
Oh, it was a good run.
Thank you.
Oh, she nailed it.
Bang, bang.
Rebecca's putt has been really, really good lately.
Yes.
She put a lot of work into that.
Unfortunate C1 birdie miss. That was Kona's birdie attempt.
Par is a really good score on this hole, though, so.
Agreed.
Thank you.
I matched the basket with my hat and dress.
That's pretty cute. And then in for some pars.
Yes, great par by Ava. She had that birdie eagle look. Almost throw in.
All right, and on to hole 2, we have a low ceiling tunnel shot off the tee that you kind of have to push the swing a little bit to get up that hill. You want a good second shot. This one's a really, really tough birdie. I don't believe there were any birdies on it for the FPO field. You kind of just want to get up around the hill to another landing zone and then make another tunnel shot downhill. A little bit tricky. You could easily get left or right into the rough.
That was a smash. Oh no. That one kicked left OB, unfortunately. So she'll be throwing 3 from really short.
That's about worst case scenario off the tee.
Yeah.
You really want to, at the very least, just get through to the right side. Another tree hit.
You know, the last thing I told myself, what I told myself is, Ava, keep it low, and then I was gonna get.
And the lefty forehand laced.
Yeah, after seeing 2 misfires, I really just kind of wanted to be on that right side more.
Some good placement there from Kona.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Ava.
She kind of pulls that one left again.
This hole is one of those very easily turns into army golf when you're trying to stay out of the rough. Rebecca is wearing my pants and headband for her pseudo Halloween costume. She had on a jacket that was also kind of 90s exercise gear wear.
Yeah. And that's a pretty good spot. It's a little bit tucked onto the right. It's kind of a hard shot from there, but it is doable. Seems like you like that side too.
I was doing my best to not do that, and I am still on the right side.
Oh, it gets a bad skip into the rough on the left side. Ava's just having to pitch out.
This is still a little less than halfway through the hole, so she really is trying to punch it down there into the valley.
That is unfortunate.
This is a nice turnover line from the right side here. She's throwing her Saint Pro.
Yeah, I got some good distance down there.
And
Great
that
spot.
is very ideal.
I like that little turnover.
Thank you. Not quite on the green, but I should have a long putt.
Oh my goodness. Ava, left is not going okay. Kick out.
That's a really hard shot to execute when you're kind of pinched off like that. It's just becomes a disaster really easily. Having to execute difficult shots over and over again.
You can see that Holston is showing its teeth early with this hole too.
Yeah, this one's pretty tough. Should be left with the same shot again. That was a better result.
Still not quite on the green, so we're probably right at 100 feet.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Come on. 2 runs and 2 holes. Good little bid by Rebecca.
That was her long birdie bid. She's playing the hole perfectly so far.
And an easy par on this hole is exactly what you want.
Yes. That was my par bid, so I have a tap-in bogey.
I'm gonna tap out.
Unfortunate miss by Kona.
Definitely looked committed, just a little strong side.
Kind of just put some salt in the wound.
Yeah, Ava and Kona are both over par by 2 or 3 strokes. This is hole 3. It's a slightly uphill 270 shot. You can either flip up a line with a backhand, righty backhand, or you can kind of flex it in there with something more overstable. Either way, the green is pretty skippy, so you just want to make sure you miss these initial trees.
I think as long as you get through the gap to any point up there, you have a good par. But
Yes.
hitting trees early is pretty much a death sentence.
Yes. Rebecca's up there in circle 1 for her birdie look.
Kind of caught some cabbage there.
Yeah, just a little high. We'll have to scramble.
That should be a fine spot. That looks great.
That was a beautiful shot by Ava. This is Ava for birdie.
Beautiful putt. She is super smooth with her putting. I love watching it.
Agreed. I love her pace.
It's a great putt, Leah.
Thank you. This is Rebecca for birdie.
A splash out left. Beautiful drive, though.
Certainly still off to a great start with that birdie on hole 1 and 2 pars.
And hole 4 is going to be par 4. But the tee shot is pretty daunting. You need a lot of accuracy to get down there in the right spot. Just want to get into that initial gap down the hill. Try not to end up on the left side or the right side pitched off, and then make your approach down the gap. And it is a pretty tough gap. Depending where you land, it might have to be like a flex kind of shot.
It's like the European thing, oi. Oh man.
And Rebecca's kind of tried to go for that hyzer placement, but the tree's in the way.
It is a European thing.
Yes.
It is.
It's like, oh no, oh crap.
There was a little bit of wind that was maybe making the players adjust their shot a little bit.
Crap, I did the other way. Fight through it.
Leah
And
just does the opposite of
that
Rebecca.
was
Mirrored it.
The other way, back to
not the
zero.
way to go. So don't go that way if you're ever on Holston Creek hole 4.
This is looking pretty good. Okay, it's
There we
back.
go.
Down there.
Yeah.
Like literally right at you, Morgan.
That was a great tee shot by Kona.
And the tree makes a play.
Good plan.
A good pitch out, good placement.
Yeah.
Now she's left with this kind of a tough shot. She needs to like curve around the little group of trees around there. So okay, that's actually looking pretty good.
Good line. You got it, Eva.
That's about all you can hope for from that situation.
Agreed.
Oh no, one thing you could have done.
Oh no, we went to a knee too.
And that was Ava throwing her second. So she still could get down to the green, but it is going to be tough to scramble for par from there.
Yeah, it's pretty good placement where she landed. It's just not ideal for throwing your third from.
Yeah, it's still a low ceiling shot.
Oh, what are you doing in the world?
What a
Fortunate kick. Those trees are a little bit jaily if you end up in those.
This is my third shot.
Ooh, that was smooth. A little bit cooked.
Yeah, I got down there. I was very happy with that shot.
I'm gonna ask to take a turnover forehand. I think that kicked off the fairway. Oh, she's pretty. Actually, it's an open shot.
Both Rebecca and Ava will be putting for bogey. This is Kona for birdie.
That was a nice bid. It was tough to get a putt on.
Ooh.
That was looking really good, just a bit high. And that was a great putt for bogey.
Yeah, that was circle's edge.
Damage control on point.
This is Ava for double bogey.
Oh, Ava.
We like to see Ava taking her time and going through her full routine.
It takes a lot of fortitude to be able to execute that after 2 missed putts. It's really impressive.
Ava can do no wrong in my eyes. I love seeing her out here with the touring pros, showing her what she's got. This is hole 5. It's the third par 5 of the course so far. You're throwing over the OB on the tee shot, left turning, trying to land somewhere past this initial gap. And then you're throwing through a tougher second tighter gap that slopes uphill and back downhill towards the green. It's a flexi line, but you want to break it down into 2 shots to get yourself a look for a birdie 4. The green itself slopes downhill too, so you just got to be careful of where you land on that approach and try to give yourself a safer putt. Kona lands in a good spot there on the left side.
It's also looking pretty good. This tee shot is all about placement. You want to line yourself up with the gap as best as you can. It's kind of a tight gap to shoot into, so you really want to be as squared up as you possibly can.
I turned mine a little early, but it went through the trees, and I just have a short tee shot.
Oh man.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a great spot for Ava.
Yeah, Kona's nice and squared up with this.
Whoa, okay. Whoa.
It's going to be pulled off to the right, and it's kind of a jungle over there. A little bit off the fairway, but it was a really good gap hit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very fortunate to be right in the middle.
Yeah, a little lower than she probably wanted, but the most important thing is staying on the fairway.
We'll have a good up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but couldn't have placed that better.
What are you?
And then that's also danger.
Yep.
Really good out.
Oh yeah.
3 shots. Okay. Good one.
Your bucket gets all the way up there.
That'll
It's a
be,
good recovery.
yeah, that'll be for her birdie look.
That forehand was coming out hot, Leah.
Yeah, I did get it most of the way up there. It might just be in circle 2.
And it's really tough to get out of there. It's a good attempt.
This is Kona now throwing 4. Ava is also throwing 4. And like I said, with the green, you don't really want to mess with it. So I just laid it up.
It's a good run. This basket's kind of scary to run. And that's a really difficult putting green with all the roots and leaves and slopes.
Yeah. That was Rebecca for her birdie attempt. This should be Ava for par.
This is one that kind of seems like a must-get birdie, but it is really, really tough to get up there. You can take some big numbers on this.
Yeah. Really good pars by Rebecca and Ava on that hole. You could see that they weren't ever quite exactly where they wanted to be on some shots, and they still got up there for par.
And hole 6, we have a par 4, 545 feet. You have a downhill tunnel shot with a kind of low ceiling off the tee. You have to get this going downhill, and you cannot throw it too far. There's a big pond right behind this landing zone, and you really want to get kind of around the corner if you can, but as long as you have a gap out to this island green, well, it kind of plays as an island. There's not really OB behind it, but you just really need to get over the pond. If you're stuck with a bad tee shot, you're stuck with a layup. There's no way to run this if you're not in good positioning, so it's really important to get your disc right out there in the open. And it's a little bit pulled right by Rebecca. Yeah. It's true. She'll have something.
Oh, Ava.
She also landed in the fairway, but both of those positions are laying up on her second shot.
She's fine now.
That is almost exactly what you want, but I think that's a little bit pinched off to the left side.
It does look a little pinched.
It is really unfortunate to hear the gap on this hole and then still have no shot.
There you go. I think so.
And center fairway.
Kind of low too.
And Ava was just trying to pitch out to that landing zone. She might still have a look across from there if that tree's not in her way.
I hit the tree and kicked myself OB on the right side.
Oh no. It was a great commitment though.
Yeah, that's beef.
It's a really touchy pitch out.
Yeah. So all of our players here doing the smart thing based on their position, just trying to get onto this peninsula to throw over the water.
And Leah wanted no part of throwing over from there.
No, I do not have your distance, so I was not about to throw a 360 shot over the water.
I don't think it's that far.
Pretty.
That was a great shot.
Yeah, it was probably like 330. I'm still not doing it.
And Rebecca executes over the water as well.
That was a great shot. Full commit.
Oh, water skip.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, Leah.
I don't know why I threw it so low.
It's a little bit tough with that angle. You were kind of pinched off.
I did have to flip it up.
Kind of gets in your head a little bit.
Yeah, I had to flip it up.
Definitely messes with your release. Without having the full hyzer power, you kind of forced to sacrifice one thing over the other. But it worked out, so.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a great bid. And Rebecca from the same place.
That's the tricky part of this green is you want to make sure you get over, so.
And Rebecca puts it in.
Great putt from Rebecca. Putting right back at the water.
Here's Kona for her par.
This will be for my double bogey with the OB stroke. This is hole 7. It's a par 4, 482 feet. The tee shot is a tunnel shot uphill. And you're really just trying to throw a straight shot that fades left with something stable. Or if you can throw a full hyzer all the way up there and get it even more left, it'll open up the gap on the second shot, which is a downhill short approach, normally about 200 to 230 feet. Another one technical hole here on Holston, but very doable if you put together 2 solid shots. Rebecca says that's good, so we're gonna see if it is. It's a little pinched.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Rebecca.
She is literally like 50 feet away from us right now. We're chilling in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, that was a good drive.
And Ava just pushed the ceiling on that one a little bit, which is really easy to do on this hole. But it had a pretty good reaction. There's a lot of trouble you can get into off the tee here.
Yeah.
Very nice to not see anybody super in it.
Oh, Ava.
And I think she shoots it long past the gap.
Yeah, she shot it on the left side.
You really want to be squared up to the gap or in it on your second shot.
I'm frustrated because I overturned my shot, but it is on the fairway.
Good shot.
And I guess Rebecca was right. It was pretty good.
Yes.
Wasn't bad.
So good.
Kona is in perfect positioning. And just leaves it a little bit high, but there's a good putt there for birdie.
Ava's on the back side of the fairway here, throwing back.
That's
to
great
it.
through there.
I left that approach a little short, so I'm near circle's edge.
And right by the basket.
That was Ava laying up. She'll have a tap-in bogey. Here's Kona's birdie bid.
And Leah for par.
I feel like it looks so weird putting lefty. Is this what it looks like when I putt lefty?
Yes, it does look weird. I know you're a lefty, but every single time I see you throw or putt, I'm just like, what are you doing?
I don't know what I'm
It just
doing
looks
either.
wrong.
It looks so weird watching it. Good putt for Ava and Leah. Leah got her par, and Ava with her bogey.
Good cleanup there from Rebecca. Hole 8. This is actually, I think, one of my favorite holes in the course. Super fun tee shot. You've really got to push something super straight to the basket. And there's OB in the pond. There is really rough on the left side. And there is also OB long. So it's a really touchy shot. It's a really fun, straight shot. You have to kind of like turn into the basket there a little bit and then try to get it to stop. And then you're also putting at elevated pins. So there is big numbers to be taken or fun birdies to be had.
Rebecca's throwing her tour series.
It also has this super short run up.
Oh yeah, that part was not fun for y'all that were actually trying to birdie the hole. That was her Orbit Sapphire, her tour series from this year, and
Did that stay in
I
bounds?
think it did. That one unfortunately
it's
did
the OB
not.
long.
Yeah.
That was a smash though. This one has like a 2-step run up on the tee pad with a cliff behind it, so it's a little bit tough to get your shot to be executed right. But it is super satisfying when you do hit it.
Agreed.
Ava's just setting up a little bit short there,
Yeah.
but it's not a bad place to be at all. And it's a beautiful approach.
I'm throwing my wizard, which you'll see me throw in a lot of approaches.
And you're really good at it.
Yay! Wizzy.
Here's Kona for her par. After unfortunate out of bounds. Ew, and that stays in, thankfully.
This is Rebecca for birdie.
And that was a beautiful putt. It's a good get.
Is that a rooster?
Yeah, I heard that. Oh, and
I
then
don't remember that
unfortunate
at all.
miss your bogey. You were locked in. And good par from Ava.
Unfortunate double bogey for Kona with the OB stroke. This is hole 9. It's one of the shorter par 5s on the course. You just want to get out into this main area here with these 2 trees. Anywhere around here gives you a left turning second shot or a flexi shot if you want to get a little bit more distance. And then if you're just past this tree, it's about 300 to the pin. But if you get around the corner at all, you'll give yourself a shorter third shot approach. The green itself, there's not too much danger, so you'll see a lot of birdies on this hole with 3 really well executed shots.
And this course really shows us that short does not mean easy. So just because this is a short par 5 does not mean it's easy.
No,
It's
not
a
at
lot
all.
of every single shot is a tough shot to execute when you do it right, and it's super technical. It kind of looks open, but it's really not.
Start more on the right side.
There is always a lot of scrambling on this hole by at least one unfortunate card mate.
And that is going to Scramble City. And we'll have to just see a pitch out there.
What is going on? Like my timing and my...
And she seems to be pulling everything a little bit to the left today.
This is me throwing 2.
That's gonna be pretty good placement. Well done.
Thank you. Kona's in a good spot to get around the corner.
And Kona kind of pushes that one a little bit straight. And that little tree is so in the way.
Get left.
And that was a beautiful shot by Rebecca.
So far, Rebecca is throwing 2 shots that shows you how to get that birdie look.
That's some good placement from Ava there. She'll have a shot through the tunnel. A little bit of a misfire again.
My forehand.
You did not seem happy with that.
I am not, because I love that shot shape and I just turned it over too much, so I'm on the right side.
That's a good out from Kona. Those forehand rollers are tough. Wish I could do them. Oh, Rebecca gets a little bit left on that one. It's an easy miss. Oh, wow.
That was a beautiful shot.
She's juiced it. It's gorgeous. And nice. See it back out to the fairway.
You just have to run through it, Ava.
Sometimes you have to pretend things aren't there.
And it's at least center fairway.
This is Rebecca for her long birdie look after a lot of other scramble shots from everyone else.
And the tap in par is really nice here, so I think she'll be happy with that.
Ooh,
Oh, Kona's bid.
good par bid.
That was kind of a tough putt. It's a tough comebacker.
Oh, I forgot
Beautiful
about the
putt.
loud walkers.
She doesn't get razzed.
Ava is unflappable. I don't know what I'm doing.
Decides to leave it alone. Straddle.
I'm straddled to the max.
Hey, who put that stump there, honestly? Why are you putting with the wrong hand
This is
again?
literally weird to watch. I can't.
Oh, good putt.
Thanks. It was probably only 15 feet, but I was struggling.
Yeah, I've definitely been in that same spot, and it is a weird putt. It's kind of hard to make. Seems easy, but isn't not easy. And Kona's in for the unfortunate double. And that's going to wrap up round 1, front 9 of our FPO feature card. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you on the back 9.
Boop, boop.